Hello everyone and welcome to another figure study where we appreciate the form in Transformers, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Prime First Edition Bumblebee, and I'm probably not going to make any friends in the process. Yeah, right. So first off, I want to say I actually really enjoy Transformers Prime. I watched the show through to the end of the Beast Hunters season after they return. Well, okay, don't want to spoil it for anyone who might be watching it, but watched up through the Beast Hunters business, and I actually have a lot of the first edition figures, which I will be doing videos on eventually, but wanted to take care of Bumblebee first because he's the only one out of all of the first edition figures that I have. Actually, he's the only one out of all the Transformers Prime figures that I have that I don't like. So, looking at his vehicle mode, it's not a bad vehicle mode. It's an interesting car. I'm not too keen on how you can, like, you've got this nice shade of blue for the windshield and you've got windows that go all the way around, which is fantastic. But why? Because all you see is just robot not biceps. You see robot Popeye arms. It looks kind of like he's got derpy eyes. I just I just don't know why. He's like, hey, I don't know why that needed to be as see-through as it is. Like, I do appreciate it when they do see-through windows. I really do. But I feel like it needs to be appropriate. And I see this in Hasbro stuff, Takara stuff, third-party stuff. They'll have these windshields that you can see through, but what's the point when all you see is a bunch of robot junk? Like, if it was a darker tint, then it would be nicer. If it was just painted, that'd be fine, because honestly, I would rather not see the robot junk in there than have the clear, but whatever. Talking about clear windows for too long. It's got some nice clear plastic that's actually seems like a darker shade than the windows for the headlights here, as well as some decent painted details all along there and in the front. And silver for the hubcaps, which, as I've said, I really like. A little bit weird that the inside of the wheel well here, like, if you look, it looks like they molded, like, the inside of a wheel in there. Like, almost like, a little semi brake pad looking thing. And then back here, they molded it too, but it's weird that you've got, like, a normal kind of dark gray there and then yellow here. It really makes that wheel look kind of rickety in comparison. It's a little weird. But, nice line detail all the way along here. The back, not bad. You got the lights, not much else you can ask for. Underside is a whole other story. But yeah, it's a nice enough looking car mode. A little bit panely. Not too crazy about this. I feel like if that were black, it would blend into that line a lot better. Like, yeah, it would still be a little jaggy there, but that could actually look intentional as opposed to this where you just get this gray blotch right in the middle of the detail. But it is what it is. I do like the little exposed engine up top there. I mean, he's a decent looking car. But yeah, and there's his robot mode. All right, let's get this over with. So, Transformers Prime First Edition Bumblebee. I'm not entirely against the look. I think it looks all right. I dig the shoulders, even though it's a little bit overly broad. I dig kind of how he's got, like, this weird kind of beefiness up top, tiny little waist, and then beefy boots. It gives him kind of that cartoony look. Don't mind the wings in the back because that's kind of standard. I just. So, okay. Face. The face isn't bad. I think the gray is a little bit too dark, but other than that, it's fine. The light piping doesn't really show up too well right now, but it's there. I feel like he maybe could have done with a little bit more paint in the face, though. Because it's just not really... Like, there's more detail in there that I think could have shown through a little bit better. But the face isn't bad. And it's Bumblebee from Prime. It's pretty much spot on. But the issues that I have with him are more... first of all, I've got one leg that likes to just pop off like it's nothing, which is not really, the design. It's more just a mechanic issue. But I'm not a fan of the feet. He's got these really dopey looking clown shoes, which I'm just not a fan of the clown shoes. At least he can stand on these. I'm like freaking crosscut. And it's a little bit disjointed how he's got like these silver bits and some nicely detailed, knees that just kind of go into these big gray stompy boot looking things that are just kind of eh. But, nice detail in the lower body, paint wise anyway. He does have, yeah, he can turn his waist, so that's something. The the torso overall looks good. I mean, this kind of fakes some of the car detail, but I like how that goes up into the chest, and using the lights for the chest is nice. The like the detail on the shoulders here, and how it uses the wheels. Arms are pretty nice, and nice detail on the forearms there. The hands are okay. They are a thing that exists. They can bend in for some reason. They don't really do anything, though. And yeah, I mean, he's wearing the top of the car as a shirt. And got to give him credit for not having a whole lot of kibble in the back. I do have to give him credit for that. But my problems with him almost entirely center around his chest. It's just mechanically, it's a huge pain in the butt to line up and keep lined up. But also, these things in the middle here, and the fact that these come down, it's just like, these are fiddly. This part is fiddly. And it all covers up the Autobot logo in the chest and just ruins that detail. And it's just so, like, I mean, that bugs me so much. And this figure seems like it should be cool. That was the whole reason why I went to the trouble of getting him, because, like, I did not get him when he first came out. I got him, like, maybe 6 months ago, which is well after the first edition Prime series, had its run in stores. They're just long gone by then. And all the videos I saw of him was just like, oh, he looks so cool. I want to get him. And then I got him, and he's just kind of a headache. He's obnoxiously beefy in a way that makes him annoying to fit on a shelf. He's nicely detailed, nice colors, because, he's Bumblebee, so he's predominantly yellow, but he's got some nice other colors in here to break it up, but those feet are just dumb looking, and I hate this part so much. Like, I'd have him set up as perfectly as I can get him, not actually touch him. He'll be just sitting on the shelf with the other Prime figures. Nothing happening. And then I come back to to grab him off the shelf or just look at him, and suddenly this is like this. And it just drives me crazy. I wish I liked this figure as much as I know I probably should, but he's just more annoying and fiddly than I really am prepared to put up with. Because he should be cool, but I don't think he's cool enough to deal with all the headaches of just this disrupting the flow of everything else, and these feet, these oddly recessed shins, the giant clown shoes. It's just... it's disappointing. Especially because so many other first edition Prime figures are so great. So great. Especially Bulkhead. I do have Bulkhead, and I will be doing a video on him. I actually did one for him a while ago, and there was a problem with the recording, so I never ended up being able to finish it, but that's going to be coming, and Bulkhead is so, so good. But this just... I don't know. His transformation's not particularly fun. His proportions are okay for cartooniness, but still a little bit weird. And this chest just, I don't like it. I don't like my toy being stupid. Eh. But no, seriously, he's not. I don't think he's bad. I honestly, as for all the complaining, I don't think he's bad. He just is not what I ultimately ended up expecting and wanting out of this figure. He's just not really doing it for me, which is a real shame because, again, all the videos that I'd watched previous, before getting him made it seem like he would absolutely be something that I would love. And I'm sick of him. I'm sick of looking at him. I've been spoiled by all the other Prime figures, both first edition and not. He's not as awesome as I wanted him to be. That is a shame. And even now, like looking at him just through the camera, he looks cool. But then looking at him in person, I get just annoyed looking at him. Anyway, that's enough rambling about my... You stay. That's enough rambling about my issues with Bumblebee. He's not terrible, but I don't know. I wish that primarily this, I can deal with the annoying hip and the stupid clown shoes, because how often do you really look at the feet anyway? But this is just... Right. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any combination of those three would make me a happy Rob. And that has been my look at the Transformers Prime First Edition Bumblebee. And remember, art is more than meets the eye.